All right, so I'm gonna break down all of the songs on Shopping Cart from We're Talking to How Come It Happens, all 13 of them. So right here, I've actually got the original Logic project that I worked out of for We're Talking. So I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the song, what kind of came to me writing it. I wrote it actually when I was in Nashville back in like May 2022. I was about to graduate from my master's and wrote it on acoustic. I don't say it like this on purpose, but I thought it was a throwaway song, and I ultimately shelved it for a while. But then later I brought it to the band, like, how could you not have this on the record? And so I ended up recording it a half step up, a little bit more upbeat. By far, it's the most catchy, like, ish kind of pop, like upbeat song. It's definitely a good song to start with for the record. But I really wanted this guitar tone right here. You can hear more so in this one. I wanted a massive guitar sound. And this song for sure leans into like the early Goo Goo Dolls, like Superstar Car Wash, you know, like, what song is it? It's definitely got that really dirty sound, but kind of a dark, warm sound at the same time. And that's the Rat I'm using in just like a digital plugin. But I fell in love with it, and it's got all those like leads, you know, a lot of that like B string, open E stuff that I do, which I think Johnny Resnick definitely does a lot of. Falling Down is the song. So that this definitely pays homage to that. And yeah, this bass part's the original demo bass part that I actually ended up having Mike play on, just because him and Sam could really lock in, and I think they sound great together. And Mike did play some of the stuff that I played on the demo, but he came up with some of his own stuff, which sounds great. But it's a love song. Ultimately, it's a love song, a fake love song. It's no relationship that I went through. I like to write a lot of fake love songs because it's easy to write about. And I can kind of write it as like I'm third person mediating, and just this one's kind of like basically two people that break up. They haven't been together for a while, but like they're talking again. We're talking, and they came to terms, but it's still something about it still hurts and is bitter, and it's not fully resolved, if that makes sense. And I felt like it was a good basis for a song, and it definitely fits the vibe of the instrumental and everything. And it's a good song too for me, where I think like I kind of go between loud and soft a lot, and doubled the vocals in the chorus, but here you can hear it's a single vocal. So it's a good mixture of everything. And this is not Sam's drums. These are the Logic drums that I almost always record over for guitars and bass and vocals. I like to do that stuff first, just given I'm a guitar player at heart. And so even if I have to record the drums later, and they always say you should record drums first. This was Sam's idea, by the way, to go back. He had come up with that in the studio one day before one of our shows. He was like, I have a great idea for us to throw in if you want. And he was like, we should stop there. And I think dynamics like that are so important. Even just like for me writing, adding in elements, like I'm all about adding new things throughout the song and just making it interesting for the listener. Like for example, this octave part, like even just a simple thing where I play it in the second and third choruses, but for the third I slide in instead. Like it's a simple thing that you may not even hear, but you know, I think just little things like that make a song meaningful and interesting. And then here I really wanted a big holdout chord. There's 4 overdub guitars here, so I wanted a massive sound. And this is before I did the do 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 reverb part. That is the same reverb pedal I used for like Bring Me Back to in those Blue Reverb songs. But yeah, that's We're Talking. It's a good first opener of the album. It's a good fake love song for all to enjoy. Hope you enjoy that one.